Take you to this story. The city of Cape Town is holding its first affordable housing Indaba today. Officials are also expected to give details about plans to increase housing opportunities in the city. Now, reporter Monique Mortlock is there for us and she joins us now live. Monique, just very quickly, let us know. I don't know if she's there. I see the screen is a bit black. Oh, there you go. She's got the interview with Mmamoloko Kubayi.
Minister, I'm speaking to Minister Kubayi, yes. And Minister, I just want to ask you the question that I asked inside. Do you believe that the housing crisis, especially when you're looking at areas like the Western Cape, where we have a housing backlog of about 568,000, do you think it is a solvable crisis?
It is a solvable crisis. One, we have to do planning better. We have to develop in terms of our cities, more in terms of provinces that previously did not become or be seen as economic viable provinces. Because the issue of migration is because people are looking for opportunities. So you have provinces, for example, such as Northern Cape. Are we able to grow the economy of Northern Cape, make sure that there are opportunities there? Are we able to grow the economy of Eastern Cape, make sure that there are economic opportunities there so that you reduce and manage the issue of migration? The strategy around rural development remains critical, because when you develop your rural areas and you have economic opportunities, grow agriculture, grow in terms of making sure that those local economic development that are on paper in various municipalities actually become a reality and are implemented, you'll start having to see that migration then gets reduced and gets addressed. Many people who move from these rural areas to urban areas, half of them don't even need houses, because they have what they have as a house at home. They've built over here, so their parents have built. They come to urban areas because they're looking for a job, and that's why they end up looking for a house. So some of those issues are critical for us to be able to have a holistic approach in dealing with the issues, not only looking at housing, but looking at economic opportunities, looking at growing sectors, looking at rural development, and providing the services that we provide in urban areas, in rural areas. That's why one of the things that we have done with effect of the first is to say with bulk infrastructure in non-metro areas, we'll be able to increase it to 5%, but if the provinces have plans, we can increase it to 30%, so that there's water, electricity and sanitation even in the most remote areas. And we believe once we do that, they become some sort of stimulation of the economy, because businesses want to come where there is actually roads, there's electricity, because they want to connect into the global world as they do businesses. They want access to water, they want access to sanitation. So as we develop these things, we believe that they will start changing the landscape of what this country is about. We can't continue a country where the economy of the country is in 3 provinces. We need to start moving to have other provinces coming up, and there are countries globally that we can learn from, how they've been able to move where there was nothing and develop actually, for example, the way they define a city to be a city of manufacturing and others. That is what we need to do as we grow the economy and reposition this country. Then the issues of human settlements will be resolved in that area as well.
Thank you so much for that comprehensive answer. That was Minister for Human Settlements, Minister Kubayi, just chatting to us there after the affordable housing Indaba that took place here at the CTICC. And the Minister also a little earlier addressed protesters that were outside of the CTICC. They were holding what they called their own People's Assembly Indaba, because they felt they were being excluded from what was happening here inside, where those 3 spheres of government, national, local and provincial, were meeting with the private sector, private developers, to try and entice them to use the parcels of land that is available in order to create affordable housing, but also mixed housing for those private developers' benefit, but also for the benefit of those who are without housing. We heard a little earlier from the Human Settlements MEC, Tertius Sim, farmers who we spoke to that the current housing backlog here in the Western Cape stands at about 568,000. That is 568,000 people who are still waiting for houses, many of whom have been on that list for a number of decades. And this affordable housing Indaba is just one way that government is looking at accelerating the program to release more parcels of land with the help of national government to allow them to build more housing units for those in need.
All right, Monique Mortlock, let's leave it there for now.